Robert Urich and Heather Menzies, the love story that Hollywood forgot. You ever hear a story so powerful it doesn't just pull at your heartstrings, it yanks them? This is one of those. It starts with a fake marriage in a canned hash commercial, and ends in a way that's almost too cruel to believe. He was TV's favorite tough guy with a secret soft side. She was the teenage star who once saved a drowning child during filming. Together, Robert Urich and Heather Menzies lived a love story that Hollywood somehow forgot. But once you hear it, you'll never forget them. Robert wasn't born into fame. He was a working-class kid from Ohio who played football and worked construction. No famous relatives, no film school connections. Just grit, charm, and the good luck of having a friend named Burt Reynolds. Burt saw something in Robert and made a few phone calls that would change his life. In 1975, Robert got his first big break playing Officer Jim Street on SWAT. It only lasted a season, but it was enough. Millions of people saw his face, and that was all it took. Then came Vega Dollar, where he played a private detective driving a bright red 1957 Thunderbird through the neon streets of Las Vegas. The car was a last-minute replacement after a Corvette caught fire during filming. But that T-Bird? It became iconic. Just like Robert. And just when you thought you knew what kind of actor he was, he'd switch it up again. Comedy and soap, espionage and gavilan, even a western in The Lazarus Man. Over the course of his career, Robert starred in 15 different TV series, more than almost any other leading man in history. He didn't just stay in the game, he kept reinventing it. Then, out of nowhere, he became the voice of National Geographic Explorer. From 1988 to 1995, he brought deep-sea monsters and ancient civilizations to life. And people listened, not because he was reading a script, but because he meant every word. He won awards for it, including an Emmy and a Cable ACE. The guy could act, host, sing, and somehow still be the most grounded man in the room. Now Heather Menzies had a very different start. She was just 14 when she auditioned for The Sound of Music. She had no acting experience, no resume, no formal training. But she had something real. And when she walked in, the casting team saw it instantly. She was cast as Louisa Von Trapp. That film would go on to win 5 Oscars and become the highest-grossing movie of its time. But here's what they don't show you in those beautiful alpine scenes. During the rowboat moment, the boat flipped. Heather's co-star, a 5-year-old playing Gretel, didn't know how to swim. She went under, twice. People froze. But not Heather. She dove in, pulled the little girl out, and saved her life. That footage? It stayed in the final cut. What you see on screen is real. As Heather got older, she knew she didn't want to be trapped in the image of a child star. So in 1973 she posed for Playboy. Yep, the same girl who sang So Long Farewell was now making headlines for a bold reinvention. That same year she took on roles in edgy horror films and sci-fi shows, proving she was more than just a sweet face from a musical. She was gutsy, adaptable, and unafraid of reinvention, just like Robert. And that's where their paths crossed. In 1974, they were cast in a canned hash commercial, playing a married couple. Something clicked. The chemistry was instant, and this time it wasn't acting. Within a year they were married for real. November 21, 1975. Fast? Maybe. But ask anyone who knew them, it just made sense. At first, their lives looked like a Hollywood dream. Rising careers, magazine covers, red carpets. Heather even guest starred on Robert's shows. They were the kind of couple who actually wanted to work together, who made decisions as a team. But life, as it always does, threw curveballs. Shortly after they married, Heather became pregnant. They were thrilled. But the joy didn't last. She miscarried. Then again. And again. 3 pregnancies. 3 losses. One after the other. The pain was real and the grief was heavy.